These are the Even Reality G1's, and it is March 2026, which means G2's are out. I only just bought these. The question is, why did I buy these? Why didn't I buy the G2's? And the answer is because the G1's are open source. Now, why is that important to me? If they're open source, it means I can develop apps for them myself. Not even myself. I can get AI to develop apps for them. This is something that's completely game-changing in my view. I can literally speak to my glasses and see text in front of my eyes, and I can make apps around that. For example, most of these glasses, Meta's Ray-Bans, Even Realities, I don't even know what other ones there are, but there's hundreds now. Most of them have their own controlled ecosystem where you use their own AI to answer questions or whatever it is. You have almost no control about how the output is given to you. Whereas with these, I have complete control. For example, I've just developed an app for this. Sorry, I've not just developed. I had the idea to develop an app. I got Claude, essentially, to build that app for me. The idea is to be able to talk to any AI within the glasses. Now, these glasses don't have speakers. So my idea, which I've not put into the app yet, is that you would be able to also listen to the text that you're seeing via 11 Labs with earbuds that you put in your ears, which, to be honest with you, for the most part, is probably better than most speakers on AI glasses, smart glasses are anyway. So this is probably going to make it a lot better, because these screens, I would argue, have focused on one thing and doing one thing quite well. I would say it's still got things it can improve on, don't get me wrong. Maybe the G2's are better at this, but in terms of being able to read text which is in front of your eyes, they do this very, very well. And I can basically have a conversation with ChatGPT or Claude or Kimi K2 or Minstrel AI, any, basically. If you can get an API key, you can chat to that AI. At the moment I'm using OpenRouter, because OpenRouter basically has most of the big names on there and a bunch of the small ones, and I can just pull up my AI with a wake word, which I've programmed. So I've called mine Ralph. So if I say, "Hey Ralph," it comes up. I know you can't see this, but I'll show you in a minute. It comes up with my app and says, "Hey, how are you? What is it that you want to do?" And it shows me the model it's currently using, and it also says its name is Ralph. And then you just ask a question like you would normally if you're using ChatGPT or Claude, but you're now seeing the text overlaid in front of you. It's like a little HUD, like a little display. And I generally feel like it's amazing, because it's a decent amount, it's a few sentences. I mean, it's a small paragraph basically that you can read in front of you. So you can, and it has pages. So, okay, it only displays a small paragraph initially, but then it goes to the next page, it goes to the next page, it goes to the next page. At the moment, in my app, it just displays that initial paragraph for 15 seconds and then goes to the next page. You can program that in, you could change that, you can literally program the app to how you want to program it. And that's the crazy thing, like, all of a sudden you can make any app you want with these things. And that is so powerful. And that is why these are better than G2's. G2's, as far as I'm aware, aren't open source at the minute. It may change at some point, and in which case I may upgrade and buy them. But right now, being able to make your own apps is pretty crazy. It's a very big advantage to have. And the fact that the G2's don't currently have that is a big weakness. You just need to be able to talk. Just say the idea that you want. Go back and forth with an AI. Sure, it takes a few hours, but it'll tell you how to do it and how to build it, and you can make it happen. You can literally build what you think is possible. So, I'm going to try and explain how my app works from start to finish. So, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm going to display what the user would experience when they see it. So you'd say, "Hey Ralph." It comes on the screen. At the moment, I'm using Kimi K2. So I see, "Hey Ralph," it says Ralph in the corner, Kimi K2. Not only that, I could go, the glasses can be, as long as the app, the Minstrel app, which is the open source application developer company that have developed, I think, the first open source app store for smart glasses. And these aren't the only smart glasses in the world. There are others. But these are probably the most famous ones, I'd say, that are open source. Mentra do make their own. I've never seen them or worn them. I'm sure they have their perks. But I think the main thing I like about these is that they don't really look like smart glasses. I don't know if you can probably every now and again see the little square in my eye, perhaps reflecting. But I feel like it's fairly minimal, to the point where most people probably wouldn't notice. And they don't really look like the big chunky stuff you see. Like even Metas, which do look cool, like Meta Ray-Bans, they look pretty cool for the most part. But they do look a bit chunky, and you do look at them and you go like, there's something strange about those. They look a bit weird. And you think, oh, okay, it's got AI. And then also having the camera on it, it's cool. I can definitely see some use cases for having a camera, but it's also a bit creepy, you know, because if you go out in public or you're with friends and you're wearing them, it just kind of always feels like, are you filming me? Are you not filming me? Like, what's going on here? So I like that they've not put a camera on these, is what I'm saying. I kind of feel like if we want cameras with these sort of things, it should be like an additional thing, like a Bluetooth attached camera you put in your pocket or something. I feel like that would be better in some ways, because then you don't have to have it on them all the time. You could just use it when you want to use it, like a live vlogging thing. I guess that's why I would want a camera, to have it as a live vlogging thing, so you could like tap into it and not talk about, but like see your day basically in the past, and AI could then talk about what you did here and there and recognize the things you did during your day. I think that could be useful. I could see an application for that, but at the same time, it's not something I really want. I'm not that interested in that. And for me, being able to chat with ChatGPT or Claude or Kimi, Quen or DeepSeek or whatever, like live through natural voice, and see the response in text in front of my eyes is great. Okay, it might be nice to have audio as well, but I actually like having text. I feel I can read it, I can understand it better, I can see it, you know, it's better for me. The other thing is, small thing, so I technically need prescription glasses, so I can't see far away perfectly, and for me, the writing is a little bit fuzzy at times, depending on like how I've like stood or whatever, and how the glasses are slightly like shifted on my nose, and it can be a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if that is my prescription coming through, or if that is just like the quality of the glasses / like how they sit on your face or whatever. So that's something to keep in mind. Like, it's not always like perfect reading, but for the most part, I actually feel like when I'm going to use this, it's going to be quite like either small situations or like me kind of sat down and just chilling at home, probably, because for the most part, I'd probably use it out and about, but maybe even a coffee shop. I don't know. At the moment, I'm mainly using it at home. I'm going to use my app now, and we're going to test it out. I'm going to try and explain what I do, what I see. Hey Ralph, what time is it in China? Okay, it's not connected to the internet. Hey Ralph, change model to ChatGPT 5.4. And it changed the model to ChatGPT 5.4. It was on KimiK 2.5, now it's on 5.4. Okay, so it picked up everything I just said then, and it's now thinking. I'll wait for it to stop and give a response, and then I'll ask something else. Okay, so it's gone. So who is Einstein? Albert Einstein was a German-born physicist. He lived from 1879, is that right, to 1955. He's best known for the theory of relativity. His famous... See, I'm not reading fast enough. Hey, can you repeat that? Go back to the first page. Hey Ralph, go back to the first page. This is so cool. Okay, tell me about Einstein again. Albert Einstein was a German-born physicist. He was born in 1879 and grew up in Munich. He studied in Switzerland and worked as a patent. 4 famous papers, they explained the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, special relativity, and mass energy equivalence. That is where E equals mc squared comes from, and it says a small amount of mass equals a lot of energy. In 1915 he finished general relativity. It shows how gravity is the bending of space and time, and an eclipse in 1919 confirmed a key. So at the moment it doesn't actually hear what I'm saying and go along with what I'm saying. I think it might be possible to do that because there's other apps which can do that already in the Mantra store. So I do think it's plausible that I could get it to actually listen to what I'm saying and not go to the next page until I've finished reading something. Then again, most of the time you're not going to be reading out loud. You're going to be reading in your head. And I read faster when I'm not reading out loud. So, yeah. It's very good. So, at the moment, this is the app that I've made, and as far as I can tell, there isn't an app like this on the Metro store. To be able to use an API key from OpenRouter, for example, there probably are others. I'm sure there are others that do the same thing as OpenRouter does, but OpenRouter is what I'm using. And I can just flick between basically any model in the world. Who is the President of the United States? It doesn't have live updates. My knowledge stops in October 2024. Then the US President was Joe Biden. For who is President today? Please check a current source since it may have changed after the 2024 election. It has changed. Hey Ralph, who is Elon Musk? Elon Musk is a South African-born American entrepreneur. He was born in 1971 in Pretoria. He co-founded Zip2 and X.com, which became PayPal. He founded SpaceX in 2002 and leads it. SpaceX builds Falcon rockets, Dragon and Starship, and Starlink Internet. He joined Tesla early and became CEO. Tesla makes electric cars and batteries. Neuralink and the Boring Company. He helped start OpenAI, then left its board in 2022. He bought Twitter and later renamed it X. In 2023, he founded XAI, which makes Grok. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool that you can see an AI chatbot basically in your field of vision as long as you got your phone in your pocket. So I'm trying to show you what I see. I don't know how good this is gonna work. Hey Ralph, can you see it at all? Hey Ralph, tell me about Elon Musk. I don't know how well you can actually see it. Probably not very good. You can see, I think you can only see part of it. Okay, so it's flipping through the pages and it goes on each page for 15 seconds. So that's the app spun down now. So like it's asleep. So if I now say, hey Ralph, so it woke up, it wasn't perfect. It seemed to skip through the initial bit quite quickly, but you saw it. I'm going to show you some other stuff it can do. Change model to Opus 4.6. There you go. I don't know why it says Opus 4. It seems strange that it's doing that, because it does it with ChatGPT as well. When I say 5.4, it goes to 5. But you get the idea. So it's pretty cool what you can see in these. I mean, this obviously isn't the only app that exists for them. There's already a few apps on the App Store. It's just that the main reason why I liked the idea of buying these and not buying the G2's or something else is because they're open source. And they look cool. Sort of. Cooler than most smart glasses, that is. I mean, I really think most people wouldn't even know these were smart glasses if I walked around with them, which I like. I like that it's discreet and not obvious.